Hello students. In today's video, we are going to start history chapter number 4, what books and burials tell us. Let us start this chapter by reading about one of the oldest book in the world. All of you might have heard about the Vedas. There are 4 of them: the Rig Veda, Samved, Yajurved and Atharvaved. The oldest Ved is the Rig Veda, composed about 3500 years ago. Among these gods and goddesses, 3 were very important, that is, Agni, Indra, and Som. Agni is the god of fire, Indra is the warrior god, and Som is a plant from which a special drink was prepared. The hymns of Rigved were composed by the sages or rishis, and these priests or rishis taught students to recite and memorize each syllable, word, and sentence bit by bit with great care. Most of the hymns were composed, taught, and learnt by men. A few were composed by women. The Rigved is in Old or Vedic Sanskrit. The Sanskrit in a Rig Veda is different from the Sanskrit that we learn in school these days. Another very important thing is that the books we use are written and printed. The Rig Veda was recited and heard rather than read. It was written down several centuries after it was first composed, and it was printed less than 200 years ago. So, the tradition of Rig Veda has been carried down just by listening to it. And the only printed form of Rig Veda appeared just 200 years ago. Let us now talk about how historians like archaeologists study the Rig Veda. The thing is that some of the hymns in the Rig Veda are in form of dialogues. One such dialogue is between a sage or rishi, Vishwamitra, and 2 rivers, that is Beas and Satluj, that were worshipped as goddess. Now let us look at this picture of a manuscript of Rigved. This manuscript of Rigved on birch tree bar was found in Kashmir about 150 years ago. It was used to prepare one of the earliest printing texts of Rigved, as well as an English translation. This is now preserved in a library in Pune, Maharashtra. So, in this way, certain manuscripts of Rigved have been found from place to place and they have been now preserved or kept safely. Another very important thing about this period is that cattle, horses, and chariots were a very important part of this time period. There are many prayers in the Rig Veda for cattle, children, especially sons and horses. So, cattle means cows, buffaloes, oxes, etc. The horses were yoked to chariots that were used in battles, which were fought to capture the cattle. Battles were also fought for land, which was important for pasture and for growing crops that ripened quickly, such as barley. Some battles were also fought for water and to capture people. Some of the wealth that was obtained was kept by the leaders, some was given to the priests, and the rest was distributed among the people. Some wealth was used for the performance of yajnas or sacrifices in which offerings were made to the fire. Here you can see a picture where a yajna or a yagya is performed. These sacrifices were meant for gods and goddesses. Offerings could include ghee, grain, and in some cases, even animals. Most men took part in these wars. There was no regular army, but there were assemblies where people met and discussed matters of war and peace. They also chose leaders who were often brave and skillful warriors. Let us now look at the words used to describe people in Rigved. The Rigved gave a lot of information about the people, community, and society of that time. It used many words to describe people. Let us see the words in the Rigved that described the people. There are several ways of describing people in terms of the work they do, the language they speak, the place they belong to, their family, their communities, and cultural practices. So in Rigved, there are two groups who are described in terms of their work. The first group was of priests, who were also called Brahmins. Their main work was to perform various rituals. For example, performing yagya, havan, etc. The second group was Rajas. The Rajas in the Rig Veda were different from the Rajas that we know of today. The Rajas in Rigved did not have capital cities, palaces, or armies, and they did not collect taxes from the people. And another very important thing is that a Raja's son was not automatically allowed to become the Raja after his father. Means the sons did not automatically succeed fathers as Rajas. There were also names in Rigved that described communities or groups of people. Two words were used to describe the people or the community as a whole. Jan, the first word is Jan, is still used in Hindi and other languages. And the other word was Vaishya. Vaishya or Vish. Many Vish or Jan were mentioned by names such as Purujan, Bharatjan, Yadujan, and others. These are the references which we have found. In the Rig Veda, there were also names for the composer of the hymns and their opponents. The people who composed hymns described themselves as Aryas and called their opponents as Dasas or Dasyus. The opponents of these Aryas were Dasas and Dasyus. They were the people who did not perform sacrifices and probably spoke different languages. Later on, the term Dasa, Das or Dasa, and the feminine Dasi came to mean slave. So, the meaning of the word Dasa or Dasi is slave. Slaves were women and men who were often captured in the war. These slaves were treated as property of their owners who could make them do whatever work they wanted. Another very important thing about this period is the use of the language Sanskrit. Sanskrit is a part of family of languages known as Indo-European. Some Indian languages such as Assamese, Gujarati, Hindi, Kashmiri and Sindhi, Asian languages such as Persian and many European languages such as English, French, German, Greek, Italian and Spanish belong to this family. We can understand the connection between the language Sanskrit and language English by taking an example. The word matra in Sanskrit and ma in Hindi and mother in English mean the same. So we can see there are some similarities or familiarities in this word written in different languages. This proves that Sanskrit is a part of the family of European or Indo European languages. The Rig Vedas were written in Sanskrit and were composed in the northwestern part of the subcontinent. Another developments were taking place in other parts of the subcontinents, which we will look at later on.